Okay, rarely have I seen a movie where all of the praise has been absolutely well deserved. And that by far is Super 8. Super 8 takes bits and pieces from movies like The Goonies, where you had, very decent child acting, as well as a little bit of kind of like cave dwelling, and, a really solid screenplay. Bits and pieces of Gremlins, just from the way certain scenes are done. As well as Jaws when it comes to some of the suspense elements to it. Bits and pieces of E.T. when it comes to some of the bizarre government cover-ups, as well as a main plot point towards the end. But wow, if you've seen the trailers, you kind of have an idea. There are some kids who were out filming part of a movie they want to put into a film festival, where they're freaking out because they're like 15 and 16-year-olds and they got car chases and production values. So there's a lot of that, kids essentially filming movies, and one does like the pyrotechnics and some of the sound work. Other one's doing makeup. One's a director. One's the primary actor. So as they're going to film this scene, they decide to go to a train station at night, and that's when this train gets derailed, and all this crazy stuff happens. That train derailment is an amazing sequence. And this train gets derailed hard. Explosions, some of the rail cars being flipped end over end. And then, when they run back and grab all their gear, because they're not really supposed to be out there. They end up finding out that if they tell anybody, they're probably going to hunt down by the military and potentially killed. They send off their, the film, and the guy said, "Can I get it done in 24 hours? Man, no one can do that. This is 1979. So you actually had film and cameras that had to go be shipped out and developed and brought back. So the kid who was the director's like, "Oh man, I want to get this, see if we can use any of the footage from, that scene that was shot." And then they want to shoot more of their zombie movie and using the train crash as like a backdrop. So it's really interesting because as that's going on, all these weird, crazy things are happening all over town. Electrical cables are being stolen, microwaves are being stolen, engines are being stolen, animals are running away, people are being captured. The military is around there and they're not telling anybody anything. They host a town hall. A woman goes, "It has to be the Russians." Again, it's 1979. So that's one of those things that could have been a really, really, real and severe threat. And then as all this is going on, the kids are still trying to kind of make their movie. They have some internal tension because they actually bring a woman into it, and the director has a crush on her. That's kind of apparent. The male lead has a tremendous crush on her, and she likes him back. And of course, this is Elle Fanning or L.A. Fanning, so Dakota's younger sister, who I'll be honest is a phenomenal actress. They've got some good genes when it comes to acting, and decent back and forth, decent ways when they do lots of the cinematography, which is by far a lost art nowadays in films. These kids were all really solid actors. This has got some ridiculously solid acting for a movie that's coming out nowadays, as well as a really great sort of a viral campaign to really make it go places. And of course, it's got an alien. The alien is primarily used kind of like Cloverfield for a while, where you just see it attacking and you don't get a really good, solid shot of it. And when you do, it's a fairly decent looking alien. I gotta give them credit for that. That is a unique looking alien that's got a unique plot behind it, what it's trying to do, as well as if it happens to touch you, it develops like a psychic link. So it's going to know about you and you will know about it. And it's been around since like the 60s. So done very, very well. Is the ending kind of predictable? In a way, yeah. But does that make it any less powerful? No, it does not. So this movie's got a little bit of everything. It's got decent amounts of humor, suspense, a little bit in the way of kind of like I'll say thriller horror for lack of better terminology. There is some blood, but a ridiculously light amount of it. Yeah, I think you really only see one person directly get killed. It's got explosions. It's also got that bit of like a youth coming of age story. Solid acting. The only thing this movie was probably missing would have been like a 3D element, and it would have had almost everything encompassing in it. So by far, probably the best movies I've seen all year round when it comes to encompassing just about every single, niche you really want to hit. I think that Spielberg is definitely showing that there's a certain art when it comes to what you do for a film. And I think when you pair some of that and some of the expertise with someone like Abrams, who can do a really phenomenal job, it's like peanut butter and jelly, and then wrapping that in chocolate and dipping that in awesome. And that is essentially what Super 8 is.